What up? It's your boy, Mr. Siegel, about to drop some coding knowledge on your face. All right? First, to start this off, we're going to have to get you logged into Cloud9. So let's just Google Cloud9 login. All right? That should pop up. And if the internet wasn't so slow, yeah, just log yourself in. Now, feel free to pause the video and get yourself logged in. And once you're logged in, you're going to create a new workspace. All right? Once you've created a new workspace, you're going to call it Coding Club HTML. All right, that's what we're going to just name it. You can call it whatever you want, but we'll just call it that. For our description, learning HTML is going to be dope, and it will be. All right, after that, the only thing you have to do is click this HTML5 because that's the kind of workspace we're going to create, and we're going to create the workspace. All right, and what this is doing is creating your own little like storage area in a server out there in the universe, and it'll save all your files here. So this means that you can access your files from, anywhere in the country. So we're going to wait for this to load, and once it does, you should have this appear on your screen. Now, what I'd like you to do is just to get this started off, let's click out of that. And you see all these files to the left? Let's delete those out. I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to delete this. I don't want that there. And we're going to delete that there. Okay. Now, here you're going to do your first bit of coding. I'm going to zoom in down to this workspace. Okay. You see this workspace down here? What we could do here is actually command a computer from down here. We could do things that you normally do using a mouse. Now, what I mean by that is this. Usually, if you wanted to create a folder, you're going to like right-click that, and you go to like new folder, and that's like the noob way to do it. What you're going to do here is you're going to use this thing called a terminal to create a new folder. What you're going to type in is mkdir, that means make directory, and then we're going to type in HTML practice. Now, what we want to do is actually change directories into that. So what I mean is this. Right now we're in our general workspace, right? That's the like main folder. To change into this actual folder, what you usually do is double click, right? What we're going to do is use the terminal again. We're going to do cd, which means change directory, and we're going to move into HTML practice. Boom. Now you're actually in it. You can see right here that you've actually moved into that folder. Now, once we're here, we actually want to create a file. Now, usually we go like this, right? You double click and you go new file. Nope, that's a noob move again. We're going to do touch, which means that's how you create a new file, index.html, and that's how you make your first file. And you see how it popped up right here? Double click that, and let's start doing some coding. Yes! Okay, first thing you have to do is every time you make an HTML file, you have to start off with this command. Bracket, exclamation point, doc type, HTML. Now the reason we do that is just to let a web browser know that it's about to get an HTML document. All right. After that, we're going to do this thing called bracket HTML. And you'll see it automatically closes with the close the HTML. All right. So this is what should be what you have on your screen. So all it's doing is, hey, this is going to be an HTML document, and within these two tags, we call those tags, we're going to put all our HTML inside of it. Within these, we're going to create two more tags. We're going to go bracket head and close it. You see how it closes over here? We always open and close our tags. That's called a head tag. Press enter. And then we're going to do a body tag. Now let me tell you the difference between the head and body tag. In the head tag, that's where you're going to put all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes of a web page. That stuff the user doesn't see. So I'm going to say this. User never sees what is in here. You don't have to write this. I'm just telling you right here. User will never see what goes in here. In the body, that is what the user sees. So let's say user does see what is in here. Okay. So that's the difference between the head. So like in the head title, what I would say is this. We can put something called a title, and we'll call this HTML practice. And if you look, and I were to, you can go and preview what this web page looks like right now. So you see up here it says preview. Let's see what that title did. I'm going to live preview. and you'll see there's nothing on the page. That's exactly how it should be. You could pop it out by pressing this button, nothing there. What that title did was actually it just made it so you see where it says HTML practice on that tab right here. That's all it did. All right, it just gives the title of the tab. Anyway, back to our page. So we're going to learn 5 new tags today for how to make things actually appear on your screen. The first one we're going to learn is called an H1 tag. So in our body, we're going to go H1, close it. And inside of this, we're going to say HTML rocks. Okay? And let's preview what that does. Oh, I made the code newbie mistake. You got to save it. Save it. So you got to go preview. No, you got to go press. No, don't do that. Close. What the hell? I just go like this. For me, I just go Command S. You could also do run. That will save it also. Either way is fine. I don't care which way you do it. But what we would do is do that. And then if we preview this page, you'll see HTML rock showed up on the page. Yeah? Yeah? Look how cool that is. We got something going. So you'll notice that it's very big, right? That's what an H1 does, makes big letters. Now the next thing we're going to do is an H5 tag. I want you to guess before it shows up on the screen what this does. I'm going to do it really does, but not as much as cats. Okay? We're going to once again save it, preview, and let's see how that goes. And you'll see here, look, it shows up here again, but this time it's a little bit smaller. So H1 makes big words, H5 makes smaller words. Now keep in mind there's H2, you could do an H2 tag if you wanted. You can guess what that is. You could do like your face. See how it's a little bigger? So as you go down the numbers or up the numbers, it gets smaller and smaller. So H1 is the biggest, H5 is smaller. You could do H6. You can keep going down the numbers. Okay? So now that we got that, let me show you the next tag we're going to learn. So we got our H's. What we're going to do is underneath these H's, I'm going to put a little space. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make something called a P tag. And a P tag is just a paragraph tag. That stands for paragraph. And that just makes like totally unstyled words. So here I put like, today we are learning all about HTML and it's already changing, I wish I could type better, changing my life. Don't feel like you have to type all that, okay? And if you look here in the preview, what that did was basically just made unstyled text. It's not bold, it has nothing going on. That is the most basic text you can write. So paragraph tags where we put all the basic text we want. So now we have H1, H2, H5, and P tags. I'm going to teach you 2 more now. The next one we're going to do is called UL. So we're going to make this UL. And what UL stands for is unordered list. So let's say we wanted to make a list on our web page. We would use the UL tag. Now, to make this list, first you do a UL tag and you close it. All right. And then we're going to make a list item. The way you do that is you do LI and you close it, and that makes a list item. You'll see this bullet point just popped up. So in this, we could say we learned H1 tags. If we want to add another bullet point, we can go L1, LI again, and we learned P tags. And another LI, we also learned UL tags. Nice. So you'll see that this UL has actually made a list. So once again, we got our H1, H2, and H5. Remember, that makes headers. We got our P, which makes a paragraph. And we got our UL, which makes an unordered list. And remember, LI gives us all our list items that we want in our list. The last one, I want to see if I get this under 10 minutes. No chance. Ah, damn. Okay, so the last thing we're going to learn about is how to put an image on our page. Okay? The way we're going to do that is this. We're going to use this thing called the IMG tag. Now, this is a self-closing tag, so all you have to do is do slash and like that. All right? Now, if you notice, no image popped up because we have to tell it the source of that image. So what we're going to do is right next to the image, we're going to do space, SRC, equal sign, and quotes. And in that quote, we're going to put the image that we want. Now, there's 2 ways to do it. I'll show you the first way we can do this. we can go to Google and let's type in cats. Okay, love cats. And we'll go to image. And you see this first image right here? If you click it, it'll pop up like this. Now, if you double click your mouse, it'll say copy image address. Okay? See where that says copy image address? That actually gets where the image is hosted. Now I'm going to put that in for the source. I'm going to paste it in here, inside the quotes. Boom, I got a cat, yo. Bam! Now, it didn't come under 10 minutes, which makes me sad. But what you've learned is some of the most important tags you could possibly learn in HTML. We have learned the H1 tag. We've learned the H5 tag. You've learned the H3 tag, H5 tag, the P tag for paragraphs. You've learned how to do an unordered list, and you put a cat on the page with an image. That's some pretty cool stuff for the first day of learning coding. I'm already super proud of you. So what I'm going to do is just let's relook at our code. Check it out. Try to catch up. See if you get the same thing. Put your own image in there. Make your own list. Do what you got to do. But practice this. You're already on your way to becoming a coder.